I don't think it's to be understood. Any rational person that would be looking at Germany right now and wondering why it is more important to show arrogance and hegemony to Vladimir Putin than the welfare of their own people. I don't know that that's what a leader should be doing. I think a leader should be looking out for the welfare of their own people. I'm this 24th of August, I'm in Baranovici, and this is like they have all over in Belarus these types of garage ghettos all over, and you can either rent or own some of these garages, you know, or one, and keep your car there, or storage areas. And sometimes there's many hundreds of these things. It's like a labyrinth sometimes, going through these little roads all over, trying to find it. I know where I'm at right now. Sometimes I get lost. I'm not ashamed to admit that, but anyway, that's not important here. But Germany is also, I believe, still going through that drought. And not only the drought, for some reason, a lot of the fish are dying from the Oder River. The Oder River flows through Poland first, and they believe somehow there's been some poisoning and killing tons and tons of fish, you know, as the river is running low anyway. Some say it might be just salinity, too much salt. I doubt that. I don't know. Energy crisis, and they refuse to fix it. Most of this, not the Oder River, but the other problems, is all in Germany's hands. They can turn on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. Everything is workable, but they won't do that because they want to show Putin that they don't need to. And the Nord Stream 1 is facing maintenance issues. So, I don't know why any leader would be doing this. In truth, he's punishing his own people, you know, trying to punish the Russians through Putin, but it ends up, it's like sanctions backfiring. And this is the emotional the emotional baggage that comes along with trying to punish somebody with sanctions. Very interesting. So we'll see how this turns out when it starts to get cold and Germany starts to run out of gas, maybe around January. Yeah, very interesting. You know, it's not just Germany that is pulling a lot of this crazy stuff. If you've heard, in Latvia, the leader of Latvia wants to put ethnic Russian people, Latvian of course, but with ethnic Russian backgrounds, if they don't in some way swear allegiance to the government of Latvia, they should be put into concentration camps. And of course, even most all over in the European Union, they want to kick Russians out of the countries. And of course, Russians are suffering anyway, and they have been suffering ever since that, just for the crime of being born with Russian blood. They might have been born in those countries, in France or anywhere, but they're getting persecuted anyway. So it's just kind of like what they did with the wealthier Russians. They froze their assets, took their money, and all that's going to do is going to tell these wealthy oligarchic type Russians to invest in Russia and to stop investing in Europe. So that's not going to help Europe that much, is it? And to keep the tourists out, ban Russians from coming, so that's going to stop, you know, the money coming into Europe. So that's not going to help Europe either. It really makes you wonder if these people ever use their brains before they start coming up with these policies like that, and then they start hurting. It's just like putting a ban on Russian oil, and then afterwards thinking, now where are we going to get oil? Where are we going to get gas? How are we going to heat our homes? How are we going to run our industries? You know, I guess it's just using your emotions to think instead of using your intellect. Hello, it's evening time on the 26th of August, and I was walking through this neighborhood, and I thought I should show this this building. It's an old apartment building, probably before the Russian Revolution in 1917. If you look like at the windows, the decor, how it was done, everything is built in wood. apartment building. You can imagine that. Yeah, but one of the main reasons is I wanted to add to what I was saying, and I never uploaded this one video about talking about the problems going on in Europe right now, which is also going to affect the global economy. As the global economy affects Europe, Europe's economy alone affects the global economy. And I was mentioning about Germany and all the mistakes that they're making and continue to make, and they refuse to correct them. For example, if they wanted to solve most of the problems in Germany as well as the European Union, they would open up the Nord Stream 2 pipeline. But no, they want to show Putin. You know, you got to show Putin. Take cold showers. We got to get Putin. And I'm sure that doesn't really get Putin at all very much. Maybe a teeny little bit, but that's about it. It actually provides just far more problems for the European Union, the people of the European Union, you know, not to mention the industries. And then you have the drought going, and it's still going. This is the 26th of August, and the drought is still going. You know, rivers running dry, you know, all sorts of problems. But you also have to consider that because they don't want to turn on the Nord Stream 2, which would solve most of their problems, and what I mean by solving most of the problems, if you turn on Nord Stream 2, for example, the euro will start shooting back up again. Right now, the euro is the lowest it's been in over, 20 years, or however long the euro's been in existence. It is at its lowest point against, say, for example, the ruble. You know, so you always have to look at these currencies in relation to another currency or a basket of currencies, if you want to term it that way. The euro being low in comparison to other currencies should be a good thing, because that would mean you could sell a lot more of your products because everybody could buy them at a lower price. But in the case right now, where the gas prices are high, which makes the production costs much higher, it's not working. It's like a double negative. So you would wonder why Germany doesn't turn on the Nord Stream 2 pipeline so they can bring the price of production down and sell more products. And then they could stick it to Putin. But I'll tell you what, they're setting themselves up for a perfect storm. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. Maybe another aspect of this that I didn't even think about was that you have to add to it that, you know, since Europe and the United States, and they're all refusing, at least they say they refuse, even though a lot of time that is not coming out to be true, they're refusing the Russian gas. And as you know, even just the word of that, you know, spooks investors. And when you know or you feel that a commodity such as oil and gas is becoming scarcer, the price goes up. So in other words, Vladimir Putin makes much more money now on a cubic meter of gas or whatever it's measured in than he did beforehand. And then if they actually did start importing less gas, the price would continue to go up. So they're making Putin rich, obviously. And their goal is the complete opposite. So it's it's a very strange thing. And you think that these people have experts that are telling them, you know, how the economy works. You know, and I'm not an expert. So how do I know this stuff? And how is this proving to be true? And what they are trying to do is not working. It's working in reverse, and it will continue to work in reverse. And it's not that I'm for or against Russia or Germany or anybody. I'm more for humanity. And I'm against stupidity. I'm for doing the right thing as opposed to doing the wrong thing. And all these machinations that the West has to stick it to Putin and, in truth, go after the Russian peoples, you know, thankfully that is not working. At least, you know, these evil machinations. So I don't know. I just can't believe how stupid these people are.